Welcome to another episode of the Quiver podcast, and we're nearly there for the volleyball season. And today we have a special guest coming on. But first, introduce ourselves. I'm Kiko. This is Vic. Say hi, Vic.
Good and happy weekend to everybody.
And Brian.
Hello, February na, so volleyball na, and the other
Yes.
sport, of course.
And of course, in volleyball season, we invited as part of our preview, legendary lady spiker, former setter, former rookie of the year, and of course, former multi-year champion as part of the lady spikers, Miss Mika Esperanza. So we'll get to know her insights about as a player, about Coach Ramil, and about the current team as we look forward to the volleyball season. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Spotify channel, and the Quiver, and get the chance to win an Ibarra Feo Green watch once we hit 1,000 subscribers. So stay tuned for that. So guys, let's welcome our special guest, Miss Mika Esperanza. And we would now like to welcome our very special guest for this episode, four-time UAAP champion, Lady Spikers member, part of the famous 3P team, and a Rookie of the Year awardee, Mika Esperanza. Welcome to the show, Mika.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
How are you? How are you doing? How is everything right now? I'm off the court. She's doing very well. Doctor na siya off the court. To those who don't know, so how's life now, Mika?
I'm okay. I'm actually doing my last year residency in emergency medicine. So it's a 4-year residency program, and I'm on my last year. So yeah, pretty much doing good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Meron ka bang mga fans na makita mo sa hospital or sa clinic bilang, uy, kilala ko to. Has that happened before? Ano reaction nila?
Yeah, it happens a few times. Good thing nakamas kasi syempre kami sa hospital. So, meron pa din nakakilala. Medyo awkward, of course, because I try to be professional, but they sometimes get too excited. So, yun. Yeah, meron pa rin naman.
Pag Ateneo fan ba, tumataas ba yung BP pag nakikita ka o hindi naman?
Hindi naman. Mahirap na.
Pinahirapan mo sila eh. So, I would imagine na. So, before we get into the episode, Mika, I'm sure as a doctor, you're really busy, diba, with your schedules and everything. Now, last year residency mo. How do you keep track of the time or of your schedule? What do you have there?
May schedule kami monthly, so yun. Pero when I'm on duty talaga, time flies or medyo mawawala ka talaga sa time or hindi mo siya mararamdaman because you're so busy at work, especially in the ER since I'm in emergency medicine. So talagang sometimes makikita mo na lang it's the sun is setting or andyan na yung umaga, mga ganon.
So why don't you show us your special tool that you have with you? I know you have a special watch, so keep track with you. How to get that time? Yeah.
Here, Ibarra watch. It's very helpful, especially because as doctors, not all the time naman na we get to see the time, but at the same time, kasi we count heart rate, respiratory rate. So yeah, it's very helpful, especially when I have my Ibarra watch.
Yeah, for those watching on YouTube, it's white. It's a Ibarra white watch. I saw it goes with your outfit as a doctor, you know.
Yeah.
Bagay na bagay siya.
Actually.
So, perfect. Really nice watch. So, you can go to Ibarra Manila, check them on Instagram and social media. Check out those watches. Get one for you. Looking as good as what Mika, as useful as what Mika does for during her day job. Okay, Mika, ready ka na ba? I'll be turning over to Brian now for something called quick sets, some rapid fire questions. So, answer at your own risk. No, I'm kidding. Just answer. Best you can. Brian, go ahead.
Dito kasing hirap ng physician licensure exam. So, no worries. Una,
don't worry.
Team, Lady Spikers or Green Archers? Ng volleyball team, nickname ng volleyball team. Prefer Lady Spikers or Green Archers?
Lady Spikers.
Favorite DLSU build?
Lady Spikers.
Favorite mong DLSU building?
Sorry, DLSU?
Sa campus. Anong building? Yeah.
Building? Oh, that's hard. Siguro, Henry C.
Yeah,
Building.
modern. Favorite teammate ng Lasal? Favorite mong
Oh,
teammate?
yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. Controversial. Pero siguro batchmate ko
Yeah,
si
good
Sid.
choice actually.
Sid,
Funniest
Sid
teammate.
Resilio.
Funniest teammate, Carol Cerveza. Oh my
Eh,
gosh,
batchmate
so
ko yata
funny.
yan, 111. Si Carol. Favorite ni Coach while you in Lasal. Favorite ni
Yes.
Coach Ramil.
Favorite ni Coach
naging
Emil na
teammate
player?
Mo. Yeah. Na
Tama
naging
ba?
teammate mo while you're in Lasal.
Favorite? Ragalang. Favorite niyang
Kaya
anak.
ang favorite pagalitan.
Favorite pagalitan during my time? Mika Reyes.
How about most exciting opponent na kalaban? Na team. Most exciting opponent.
Opponent? Ateneo. Because of the
Any
crowd.
player sa Ateneo na parang exciting pag nakaharap. Na parang pag naglaro siya, uy, extra motivate.
Of course, Alexa Valdez.
Morning practice or evening practice?
Morning.
How about a volleyball pet peeve?
Volleyball pet peeve? Siguro pag nandadaya sa drills.
So, merong mga gumagawa yan. Huwag na lang natin
Oo
sabihin
nga, medyo
kasi,
mahirap nga yun. Medyo mahirap yun.
And the last question.
Alam mo, lahat ng sagot ni Mika, sarap mag-follow-up
Oo nga,
questions.
pero syempre, quick set lang. Hindi pwedeng 4 touches. So, quick set lang.
Hindi pwede. And may na yan.
Quick set lang eh.
Violation.
Ano yan?
I-review
May doctor,
yan.
patient, confidential.
Oo.
So don't worry.
Oo,
Mahirap
sayang
yan.
sayang eh.
Ito yung last. Kung hindi volleyball,
Oh, go ahead, Bri.
Kung hindi volleyball, anong sport yung nilaro mo sa UAAP na gusto mong laruin? Na
Anong
kung
sport?
hindi volleyball.
Probably swimming. It's the first sport I learned.
Nice. Yeah, so good.
Mukha mo, bagong ano yan. No? Bagong kaalaman.
Yan. Oh, there you go. Exclusive. Yeah, so don't worry, Ligan. No follow-up questions there. Nothing to reveal kung sino. So you don't worry, you're in good shape. But let's talk a bit more about you now. Get to know, especially for our younger fans na or new to volleyball, new to the Lady Spikers, new to the UAP. Let's get to know a bit better about your time in LaSalle. Of course, filled with accolades, like we said, Rookie of the Year, 4-time champion, three-peat. So Vic, why don't you start off, Mika, with our question to get to know her better.
Yan, sige. Ako, Mika, ang una kong question is, bakit LaSalle? And were there other schools recruiting you?
Okay. Why LaSalle? Actually, dream school ko ang LaSalle. Since during high school, yung Shakey's V-League kasi it's televised already. So I watch
Yes.
the teams already. And LaSalle talaga yung tumatak sa akin. Coach Emil na nun, they were like a perfect team for me. As in offensive, defensive side. So I had my eye on LaSalle ever since. So I put that in my mind. If maglalaro ako ng college, I wanted to be LaSalle. And fortunately, I passed the LSU admission test. Yung first course ko, which is BS Biology. And fortunately, recruit din ako. So yun yung story. Other schools, actually, meron naman, pero non-UAAP schools. So it was actually just LaSalle from UAAP yung nag-recruit sa akin. Ayun.
Buti na lang. Wala nang miss out.
Buti na lang.
What was the feeling, Mika, nung dream school mo LaSalle, you've been as a volleyball player watching them growing up, then recruit ka ng LaSalle. Well, how's that feeling? How's the experience? And when they recruit you, say, okay, I'm going here. I'm not going anywhere else. What was that experience like?
Syempre, sobrang in Cloud9 because, the first school that you wanted to go, recruited you pa, and when they saw you play, parang gusto ka nilang kunin, and they offered me scholarship. It was a really dream come true. So when they offered me a scholarship, na talagang I told myself that I had to perform then. I'm in the best system, and I'm lucky enough to be offered with a scholarship as well.
Di ko rin gets why di ka na-recruit ng ibang schools eh. But I guess if the Lasal recruited you, parang we won't bother. Problem na namin sa court yun.
Wala nang chance. Wala nang chance.
Wala nang chance
kunin eh.
Brian,
so
go ahead.
In Lasal, syempre maraming moments. So I will ask you first, what is your best moment on the court? And then the next secondary question to that is a best moment in Lasal off the court. So more of the campus memories.
On the court, siguro yung championship nung last playing year ko namin. Madami kaming yun eh kasi to be honest, everybody entering that season, everybody was not expecting a championship from us. Even from friends na long-time supporters, they were not expecting us to be champions. Yung three-peat parang they were expecting us to win that. Pero coming from a 2 consecutive loss, that last championship and last playing year, most of us that was really special. Although I didn't play that much as compared to the other seasons, that was still special to me because I came from an injury as well. So it was hard going back to my previous form, but just to be included in the lineup, it was something special and big for me. And then off the court, graduating. When yung graduation ko. Actually, may game kami noon. I was actually planning not to go to the graduation anymore kasi we had a game against UP that day. And then, it was just my parents who really requested na umattend ako ng graduation because it's a gift for them. So, yun. So, it happened on the same year. I just thought about it. Same year pala yun. Same season kasi yun, yung graduation ko at saka yung last season. So, yeah, it was very special. Ayun.
Vic?
Wait, sa akin to add sa sinabi.
Oh, sorry, to Brian?
Sa akin.
Yeah.
Wait, sige. Si Brian to ba or ako na?
Did you have a follow-up question to that, Brian?
Okay na ako dun. Let's move on.
Okay. Yeah.
Sige, bago mag-move on dun sa next question, ako siguro to add sa sinabi ni Mika. For us fans, medyo memorable din yung championship na yun. Kasi everybody was doubting Lasal kasi parang it's Ty Bundit's time. Dami nun eh. Ang daming storylines eh.
Rise of Atanigin na yan, di ba?
Yes,
it's na yung new...
It's their time now, di ba? Parang ganun
new
eh.
Top dog of volleyball, di ba? Lasal's old news. Yun eh.
Yun yung storyline. Kaya sobrang saya na parang, teka lang, dyan muna kayo sa tabi hindi pa pwede. Parang ganun eh. For us fans, yun yung feeling din namin, no? Kaya sobrang saya ng championship na yun.
First time ko lang din no na during eliminations more than 2 yung talo namin. So parang
yes, di ba? It's so bihira, di ba? Bihira yun eh. Bihira mangyari. Kaya sobrang saya talaga nun. I mean, that's one of my
We always talk here na ang spoiled natin as Lasal volleyball fans na natatalo. Dalawang talo parang
big deal.
Isang talo yung season. Actually, minsan I remember talking with fans na nag-update. Na-score? Ganyan. Parang, isang set. 25 point. 25-20. Naka-20 yung kalaban. Ganyan yung standard single-shell volleyball. So, na-spoil tayo by Mika and her teammates during that time. Kahit nakadikit sa set, paano nangyari? Ganun.
Right. 25-20, ba't ganyan yan? Di ba? Issue na eh.
Nakadikit lang sa set, yung panic na minsan eh. Bakit naka-20 yung kalaban? Ganun.
Galit na sila.
Yeah. Alright, go ahead, Dick.
Yeah, yun nga. That's how yung pressure talaga sa atin is, as a program, yun yung, doon mo makikita. Kasi kahit yung score sa set, pag dikit, mainit na yung ulo eh. So anyway, Mika, let's go to the next question. Baka abutin tayo na isang araw dito pagkakakwentuhan natin. So I think for my question, this next question is, I think sa quick set na sagot mo na rin to eh. Pero parang sa akin is that ang ko dito, sino yung mga memorable opponents? Tapos ano yung mga favorite apart from the championship nung last playing year mo? Ano pa yung mga ibang favorite moments mo with with the Lady Spiker, siguro pwedeng kahit during games or during practices, something na medyo maganda na i-share to our listeners.
So yun, yeah, I mentioned, iba ang crowd din kasi pag Ateneo yung kalaban namin. During my first year kasi hindi ko yun na-feel. Yung UST kasi talaga yung parang nakalaban namin ng championship. So hindi ko ma-feel yung rivalry nung first year ako. Pero the succeeding year, sabi ko, ito pala ang Ateneo Lasal. Ito pala yung rivalry na sinasabi nila. Yun. So aside from Ateneo, I think it's also good to mention UST crowd or UST na kalaban. Ever since, first year sila yung kalaban. When the crowd goes yung Go Uste, na chant, ayoko talaga nun. Kasi grabe, nag-fire up. Kasi not only the crowd, even the players So yun yung mga hate kong cheer, to be honest. Not really hate. I mean, ayoko silang naririnig kasi it really fires up the opponent. Yun, yung Go Uste. And then, favorite moments with teammates. Siguro during season kasi, I think this is a known fact now or an open secret, pero we are together in one dorm or in one place during season. Even if yung mga players na malalapit lang yung house, we are really, as mandated by Coach Shamil na, we just live in one dorm. Nakakasawa yun. As in, the whole week ay kami lagi magkakasama. But thinking about it, then kasi parang I think, nabuo talaga yung bond namin as in. Kasi, pag-uwi din, let's say after the game, we hang out. Kami rin yung magkakasama. So yun, very memorable sa akin yun. Kasi we know each other talaga inside and outside the court. Ayun.
Yeah. How strict sila nung dorm? Parang Pinoy Big Brother ba si Coach Ramil noon na bawat galaw nyo? Sa bahay ni Coach Ramil, how is it like?
Hoy, Mika, ano yan?
Open secret na rin naman ata talaga kung gano'n ka-strict. I'm not sure if it still applies today, but knowing Coach Ramil, I think he wouldn't change anything. Now, our gadgets are confiscated a night before any game. So yun, kino-confiscate. Okay lang naman, syempre, we have to sleep early. And then, ano pa ba? Yun naman, usually, kasi may twice a day training kasi kami nun So, technically after school, 6 na kasi, 6 p.m. yung usually last class namin if you're not going on masters or walang night classes. Yeah. So, by 6 p.m. dapat nasa dorm na. Pero usually naman kasi may training kami. So, ayun. Okay. So, yun lang yung buhay namin. Training kaya sa umaga.
Oo. Kaya naman pala. Yun yung yun yung sikreto. Yun yung sikreto talaga. Natin.
Yeah.
Natin.
So, we touched on this earlier, Mika. During your time, you really saw the rise of the Ateneo Lasal rivalry. How bali the Fab Five, right? All these people, the Eliza Valdez hype train, the phenom for Ateneo, they were saying all this hype, and you battled against that. It was the peak of that rivalry in some people's eyes. What was it like going through that rivalry experience and being in the middle of it, seeing how it changed from your first year all the way to your last playing year, gano'n siya lumaki?
Yun nga sobrang na-witness ko din talaga yung rivalry because I just see it in basketball, and TV. Pero witnessing it talagang, it really means something. As a Lasallian din na parang matalo na kami sa lahat wag na sa kanila. Naging ganun yung parang naging motto. And I knew where it was coming from. Yun na nga, we saw how the Ateneo program, the volleyball Ateneo program has really improved, as in they took championships, a Cinderella story even. So yeah, witnessing it, it also added a motivation for us as well na we have to do something about it, especially nung last playing year namin na they're there and we're here. So kailangan talaga not only to catch up to them but also na kailangan namin ulit bumalik kung nasan kami before. And it's a new scenery kumbaga because it's a new rivalry in volleyball. And yeah, and in the end naman I think it helped us both kasi naging challenging for us at the same time sila din. So yeah.
Yeah. And aside from that, you've seen changes. I'm not sure if this is your time, Mika, naging, diba, from wood, naging Taraflex yung court, games or Araneta and Mo already, diba? So naging upgrading experience.
Yeah. Yung Lasal nag-host, yun daw yung una. I'm not sure.
Yes, correct.
Correct.
Yeah, it
Using
was so sound,
Taraflex.
so yes.
Siyempre, social tayo eh. Diba?
Oo, ayaw.
So,
Nakakapagod na maglaro sa basketball court. Kailangan Taraflex.
Ew, wood.
Oh, ew, what's that?
Ew, wood.
What's a
Sakit.
basketball court? What's that? Splinters.
Season 73, I think, na naging
Yes.
Taraflex na court.
Yes.
Yeah, so hindi ko naranasan yung wooden. So, yeah.
Ah, oo nga,
Taraflex
di ka na pala umabot. Oo nga, di ka
Ay,
umabot.
oo nga.
Oo, di ka umabot.
Yan.
Yes. Tapos ang finals noon, Mika against USC sa San Juan Arena. If I recall
Yes.
it correctly. Tama, Phil Oil Arena, yes.
Phil Oil,
Sa San
yes.
Juan ang
Yeah.
finals. Diba?
But
Andito
look
pa
at
sa
your career-
bahay yung autograph ko na volleyball nun. Meron ako nandito. I had that volleyball autograph by
Wow.
every one of you. Oo, andito yan.
Looking
Nakasave.
at your career, Mika, though, you've bridged two great generations of players eh. Sila Jack Alarca, Mercado, then naabot mo sila, diba, si Abby, si Michelle Gumabaw,
Yes,
si Kim Bianchi. What was it like playing with all these players and you're being in the middle of all of it, all these LaSalle legends?
Yun nga I was really lucky. I was in that time na naabutan ko yung pinapanood ko sa TV. Sina Ate Cha, Ate Paneng, Ate Jack. Tapos yeah, I am also teammates with Ate Abby, Ate Chepot. Sobrang bilib lang din ako talaga dun kina Ate Cha, Ate Paneng, Ate Jack. Because they played out their last playing year and I'm just so lucky to be able to set plays to them. You know, and then moving on with Ate Abby, Ate Chepot, actually I also saw them how greatly they improved, you know, because they're just a year higher than me. But being teammates with them, achieving yung three-peat because of them also. You know, Ate Melden, I think you also have to mention, she was just really a great libero during that time. You know, looking up to them. I was really lucky, I guess, that I came into the team with that kind of system and players as well already. So, yeah, until now, I still look up to them. Not just inside the court, but outside the court as well. They're just really my ate.
Vic, go ahead.
Very, very well said sa kanila. Kasi parang ano yan sa kanila, medyo mataas yung respeto talaga nila with everyone else, especially to their ates. Diba? Sige, next. I think question ko sa susunod, for this one is that, I think, Mika, sakto din yung pasok mo kasi that's the time na naging mainstream ng women's volleyball. As far as, for example, yun nga, meron ng TV telecast, tas from Phil Oil Arena, it was now moved to Araneta and MOA kasi yun nga, dami ng crowd, dami ng sumusuport. I mean, you cannot, hindi na, let's admit it, hindi na siya kasya manood lang sa Phil Oil Arena dahil sa dami ng nanonood. And I think you also went through a time na nakita mo din na wala pang TV coverage and all of that. So how was that fulfilling for you as a player, not just being in LaSalle but looking up na from walang masyadong exposure to kung asaan siya when you ended your playing year na wow, na talagang it's a big exposure na talaga sa sport.
Yeah, I think it was also in our season 75 that volleyball was first held in MOA Arena. Correct me if I'm wrong. When it was
Yes.
NU who hosted yun. So yun
yes,
nga
correct.
Thinking about it, now that you've mentioned it, madaming first when I was still playing. So looking back at it, parang I was just again lucky that I saw the rise of volleyball in mainstream. Of course, there are some siguro downside to it, but looking at the good side of everything, people started to appreciate volleyball, so it gained support. So after that, I guess it was also during our time na nag-start na ng semi-pro. So there are some
tama.
So may career na ang mga volleyball players after. So there were a lot of firsts during my time, now that you've mentioned it. And I'm just really lucky na I was a part of it. And seeing it right now, even if I'm not playing anymore, I'm happy seeing my former teammates na still have a career. They're still playing. They're still doing the thing that they love. And, you know, I'm just happy that the height of the volleyball scene has risen to what it is right now. And I'm just lucky to be able to witness it and be part of it. So, yeah.
Yan. Si Brian bumubuelo para sa question na to. So I hope ikaw hindi ka.
Ito na, Mika.
In my head now,
You know how valuable punch are. Kung may sa splice sila, mayroon silang pagtututukan, ito yon.
iniisip ko kasi, di ba? From 2010 to
Paano natin i-ano to?
2010 to
Go ahead, Brian.
2010 to 2015.
Oo nga, baka kailangan bibigyan natin ng range si Mika.
Hindi, yung time niya,
Yeah.
yung time niya. While she was in Lasal. So, ang question,
Yun yung time niya
Oo.
talaga. Okay,
So,
sige.
oo.
Para clear kay Doktora. Yeah, para
yung
may
last
ano siya.
naging-
May range
naging
yung
UAP
pagpipilian.
teammate niya, yun yung parameters natin. So, the question is, kung bubuo ka ng
Okay,
first,
sige.
first 6 mo na all-time teammates, well, in this case, pwede natin siya isama as the setter, pwede rin niya i-elect na iba. It's up to you, Mika, really, who you choose. Siguro per position, ikaw.
It's up to you.
Kung bubuo
It's up
ka
to you,
ng
Mika.
fantasy team natin na pangmalakasang first 6 mo plus the libero. Ayan, I'll let you choose now kung sinong i-nominate mo.
Yeah.
Included all
Hindi,
UAAP schools,
Lady
tama ba?
Spikers.
Tama ba? Or
Oo.
Sa atin lang.
Ladies Spikers. Sige.
sa atin lang.
Huwag ka na kumuha sa iba. Dahil kailangan yun. Magaling tayo.
Hindi kailangan kasi kayo eh. Mas tayo, dati kailangan naman eskwela.
Sir, I'll give you a moment to think, but Mika, this segment is brought to you by Blue Fire LPG. It is our Blue Fire LPG hot take. So, Mika, go ahead. Who are your first 6 all-time?
First 6.
teammates?
First 6 plus libero. Open spikers muna. Unahin ko si Araga lang. Very, kasi well-rounded eh. Kahit saan mo yan yung pwesto actually. Pero she's best as an open spiker. And then, kadiagonal niya ay si Ate Cha Cruz. Isa pang Miss Everything. Because, yun nga, she can do everything. So, I think they're perfect na magkadiagonal. And then, for middle blockers, first middle blocker will definitely be Jack Alarca, Ate Jack. Yan, our MVP when I was in first year, rookie year ko. Kadiagonal niya, Ate Abby. I love Ate Abby, setan si Ate Abby kasi grabe niya i-boost yung moral namin as teammates. Setter ay si Ate Chisaet. Siya ang pinaka-idol ko. As in, when growing up kasi, siya yung nakikita ko nagsiset eh. And to think she's 4th-time best setter?
Yep.
Super galing. I think everybody knows din naman naglalaro siyang buntis hanggang 9 months. So, ayun.
Yes.
Hirap.
Sobrang idol na yun.
That's the classic Chisaet. That's the classic Chisaet. Yep.
Yeah, wala nang tatalo kay Ate Chi. And then opposite, Ate Chepot. As in, kasi aside from her offense, yung blocking niya kasi sobrang laking bagay talaga. She can block anyone. Libero, Ate Mel Gohin. So, yung mga former teammates ko din. Ate Chi lang na iba kasi siya talaga yung idol ko. As in.
As a doctor, would you recommend na naglalaro hanggang 9 months buntis?
Oh my God!
Kakaiba si Chi. Oh, grabe, kakaiba yun. Kakaiba si Chi nun. Grabe. Grabe yun.
Kala nila nag-diet lang si Ate Chi after, pero my God.
Oo. Yung libero na nag-aabang ng baby eh. Yung feeling ko to, di ba?
Iba na yung position, hindi to dig.
Dig na yun, yung receive niya. Yun nga eh.
Hindi bola sa saluin, bata.
Bata eh. Nag-aabang yung libero doon.
Ay, naku. Grabe nga yan. Grabing season din si Coach Chi. Grabe. One of the best.
That was not an easy question, Mika, from Brian, but you handled it well. I guess I saw you what years of pressure has done. You can easily handle those kinds of questions. No pressure at all. Before we go to our next questions, take a quick break. Thank our today's sponsors. First, Blue Fire LPG for all your LPG needs, or canteen, enterprise needs, and Sabi Skincare for youthful, more rejuvenated skin. So if you're na yung valuable season, you need to be looking your best. Diba? You need to be exposed. Exposure natin lahat. Alright. Next, we've looked at your career, at how much volleyball has changed. Now let's look at your time, Mika, with Coach Ramil and the Lady Spikers. Vic, go ahead.
Ayun, ito na. I think na-touch na to ni yung iba na-touch na ni Mika kanina. But I think if you can share more, I think ano ba ang for every alam naman na ano it's parang common knowledge na yun nga, strict si Coach Ramil, alam mo yun, parang yun yung ano parang hindi ko alam kung may point na takot or whatever, pero parang although parang I think pwede mong bigyan ng insight na it's not all about that. So being a student athlete noon under kay Coach Ramil, juggling yung studies mo, what parang a day in the life, parang what is it like being with the lady spikers, tapos your course, your degree rather, and then siguro maganda is ano yung mga naging tumatak sa'yo na lessons, not just in volleyball but also in life being under with Coach Ramil. And then last is yung sacrifices na yung yung sacrifices mo na tumatak talaga sa until now, na pwedeng positive, pwedeng siguro a little bit of ano naman, parang sana ito yung pwede kong nagawa, parang ganun siya.
Okay, a day in a life. Siguro, iba kasi yung ginagawa namin pre-season, during season, and after season. Siguro yung pre-season na lang kasi for me, ito yung medyo mahirap talaga since daming preparations for it. So, during our time, we wake up around 5:30. We jog, not in Lasal. So, we go out. Luneta pa kami nun. So, we do that for 1 hour and a half. And then we go back sa school, sa gym. So, gym kami. So, until 9 or 10. And then sometimes we do drills then. And then after that, we go to class. So, yung class ko noon usually starts at 12:45, I think. O yung basta yung 1. Most of the time, sana ay hindi gayahin naman to ng mga players. Hindi ako nakakain ng lunch. Especially when I came in kasi BS Bio ko. So, usually kasi yung training sometimes umaabot ng 12:30. So, we have to go to shower pa. So, hindi na talaga ako makain. So, first meal ko actually, ito pa yung time na wala kaming meals talaga or wala pa kaming food inside sa dorm. So, ang first meal ko usually is 6 p.m. So, yun, masama yun. Even if Coach Ramil knew about it, for sure papagalitan ako. So, yun yung una ko nung first year. So, ganun yung buhay. And then, may training pa kami tuwing gabi. Ganun yung life pre-season. So, that was the routine. So, you don't really have any time for anything else. So, wala. As in, training, aral. So, yun nga, since I'm BS Biology, medyo mabigat siya. So, may times talaga, again, first year ako neto, may times na nakakatulog ako mga 3 a.m. Tapos, gigising ako for training. So, hindi siya maganda. Medyo, nagtitrain akong lutang. And then, I shifted din naman my course when I was, I think, second year or third year to BS Psychology. Since yung courses ko kasi more on majors na nung BS Biology. And it's always in the morning. So, hindi talaga pwedeng mag-sacrifice yung volleyball or yung studies ko. So, the best course of action was to shift courses na pre-med pa din. So, ayun, ganun lang yung routine. Lumuluwag lang after season. We get a break 1 to 2 weeks lang na walang training. But since as an athlete, hinahanap ng katawan yung exercise or training, we still go to the gym, but on our own free time. So, yun lang din, routine lang yun. During season, nababawasan lang yung weights training, pero more on na talaga kami ng scrimmage, and then tune-up games. So, ganun lang yung routine. And then lesson na napulot ko all throughout my career nung college is definitely the time management and being grace under pressure. I think yun na yung dala ng pagiging athlete. And now that I'm a doctor and in emergency medicine, I think that's why also I wanted emergency medicine because you'll never know what's gonna happen. The next patient that comes in the door, you know. And then time management, since hanggang med school kasi sobrang dami kong inaaral noon. But since I was an athlete, I think I handled my studies very well since I know how to manage my time. So, ayun, as in hanggang ngayon sinasabi ko kay Coach Ramil na ang laking tulong na even most of my teammates na hindi na naglalaro ngayon, may career na rin. Iba pag naging Coach Ramil kang atleta eh. Kasi lahat pagdadaan, kung hindi ka nga nag-quit kay Coach Ramil, ba't ka mag-quit? Ba't ako mag-quit ng residency? E napagdaanan ko na si Coach Ramil. So parang yung nagiging gauge namin na whatever comes in our life, wala na lang yan kasi nag-training kami under Coach Shamil. So, yun.
Ang tindi nun, ah.
Internship bago mag-internship.
Yes, ganun siya.
Oo, yung internship bago the internship talaga.
Ano ba, example, pag hindi ba okay yung experience, parang di ba si kay Coach Ramil, he's known for if di okay yung game nyo, you guys would practice after the game pa, di ba?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Yeah. So, pag sa medicine ba, example, pag hindi okay yung consultation mo sa patient, would ka pa sa gabi after?
Hindi na yan.
Para sige na yung habit mo.
Aralin mo ulit.
Okay.
Parang
But,
in residency, yung ano nun is demerits eh. So yun. Anyway, I think secrets out na rin now. We always go back sa LaSalle to train pag pangit yung game.
Yun, nabanggit na nga isang intended question ko.
Brian, go ahead.
Na, which is how volleyball career prepared for what's next, which is your physician role now. So ang itatanong ko na next is, after college, kamusta yung relationship with the former coaches and Coach Ramil, Coach Noel, and everyone else coaching staff, and also your relationships to both your former teammates and kung meron ka rin nakakausap sa mga nagiging mas bata na kahit hindi mo na naabutan. Like, how was the relationship pagka ganyan? Yung interaction?
So yeah, after college, okay naman kami ni Coach Ramil kasi I think yung naiba kasi sa akin, hindi na ako naglaro. You know, many teams were actually after yung PSL nga, yung semi-pro league. Ang daming nag-approach din na teams but I said no na. To be honest, one reason was sawang-sawa na ako sa volleyball loan. Parang ayoko muna. After how many years kasi, and I really wanted to go to med school already. But my relationship with the coaches even up to now, hindi nagbago. As in, I think I visited them lang recently, 2 weeks ago with Sid since umuwi siya from Qatar. So, yeah, same pa din. And I think yung nagbago lang siguro kasi nung college, bawal boyfriend eh. Lahat ng maniligaw sabihin, wala po yan. Kaibigan lang po yan. Lahat sila kasi bawal boyfriend. Not sure ngayon kung pwede na, pero bawal talaga sa amin noon as in. So ngayon na iba lang na papakilala ko na yung boyfriend ko kay Coach Ramil nang hindi kinakabahan. And then my relationship with my teammates, same pa din. So yun nga, nung umuwi si Sid, bumisita kami sa team, tapos nag-get together kami. As in, may time na araw-araw kami magkasama recently. So, wala nagbago. As in, ganun pa din. We still go out. Kahit iba-iba na yung careers namin, although sila iba-iba yung team, sa iba kong teammates, we still go out, we still see each other. And then, for the younger players, or the players na natira na rin, almost a decade na rin since nakagraduate. Pero yung nakakausap ko pa rin until now, actually, is their manager, si Claudia. So somehow I still feel connected with the team. You know, since yun nga na we still get invited sa Christmas party nila. So kilala pa rin namin sila. Dati kasi, I don't know if I think open secret na rin to eh. Pag Christmas party namin, we perform. So dati performers lang kami. Ngayon, kami na yung judges. Pag sasayaw yung ladies fighters.
Promoted na.
Yes. Promoted na kami. So yun, so yeah, may sort of connection with the team pa rin naman even if we graduate. Kasi nga, parang, we just say it, but I guess it's true. Once a lady spiker,
may follow-up question lang ako din. So, kasi nabanggit ni Mika na iba-ibang team na yung iba niyang teammates. May favorite team ka ba? Pag pinapanood sila, sasabihin mo, ito ba yung team mo? O wala. Wala naman gano'n. Bahala na kung sino man nalabas na.
Wala namang ganun. Basta may former LaSalle, nag-cheer kami. I'm just happy na up until now, they're still playing. You know, kasi back in LaSalle, syempre, yung sakit ng katawan, puhunan na kasi nila ngayon katawan nila eh. So I always sort of pray na they're always healthy. Yeah. Siguro medyo malapit lang sa puso ko si Ara. Kasi I saw her first injury. You know, and how yung pagbalik niya, ang hirap kasi talaga nun eh. As nakita mo siyang, she was at the peak of her career when she had her injury. But she did not stop. Hanggang ngayon, look at her. I'm so proud of her. And she knows that. Na hanggang ngayon, I think siya pa rin yung inaasahan ng team
Just
niya
goes to
ngayon,
show
and I'm
na
always
ano.
proud of her. Kasi she might look really introverted. Alam niyo yun? Mahihain kasi talaga si Ara eh. Pero ibang puso niyan. And I think this is a famous quote by Coach Ramil na pag may Ara ka sa team, wala kang problema.
Just
That's
goes to
true.
show na ano pala. Wait,
So both both on
and
and off
also
the
just
court.
goes to show
Yes,
na parang
yes.
mas okay na magkita kayo through dinners kaysa maging mapunta sila sa emergency. That's what we don't want. What you don't
Oh,
want.
Yes,
just mga
yes.
sir.
Sa dinner na lang. Or sa mga reunion. Dinner na lang. Bonding.
Mm.
Then Mika, you touched about on this earlier how you had your ates and now ate ka ngayon to the players. How important is that connection between different generations to the team? You're still connected. You still go to your other Christmas parties. Does that have a big effect on the team? You as a player, see it on the players, see it in the players now. How important is that connection through generations?
Ako kasi personally, when I was still on the team, then I see former players na nakikita ko lang sa TV. Ate Ila Santos, Ate
Yeah.
Shelda Tuwin. You know, they still go to our Christmas party. They still watch our game. That's a big thing for me. Kasi parang, alam niyo yun, the tradition is still there. The system is still there. Na no matter how many years you have graduated, you still support the team. And I wanted to do the same, sort of give back. Coach Ramil told us before when we were still in the team na lahat ng tatamo namin ngayon dahil sa mga nag-champion before. So, mas madali kasing humingi, let's say, sa sponsors kasi may napatunayan yung team. And that's because of the ates before us. And tumatak talaga sa akin yun. So, I'm always grateful and I'm trying to give back also. Sa ngayon, I support the team kahit minsan may duty. I still watch the game through Twitter. Ayun. Kasi it meant something for me back then. And I hope the players right now, even if hindi naman nila verbally sabihin, okay na sa akin na nakikita nila kami nagsusupport na no matter what, there are ates that sort of know what they're going through. Yan.
Then we've talked about all these generations of players, Mika. Before you, after you, all these great players. And the one thing consistent there is Coach Ramil.
Yes.
Coach Ramil has gone through so many generations of players. They're saying also Coach Tai is the new of volleyball, but no, he surpassed that. He adapted. What makes Ramil so great, so consistently good that throughout the generation of players, different years of volleyball, he's still there. He's still successful. What's the secret?
Ako personally, I think what makes Coach Ramil so successful is he's open to change and he is open to adapt. Yung isa ring tumatak sa akin before is that for him, mas madaling mag-champion. Let's say, galing ka sa second, third, pero napakahirap mag-maintain ng championship. Kasi wala ka nang habulin eh. It's just you and everybody's against you. Everybody's is trying to get you. Parang ganun. And for him, that's the hardest part. And he always goes out of his way to listen to others. Hindi kasi siya yung tipong ma-pride na pag someone tells him something like this, he listens kasi. And he's the type of coach kasi, nasasabihan niya yung player na, let's say for example, magre-recruit siya, hindi niya sasabihan, gagawin kitang first six. He won't say something like that. Ang may papakangako niya lang sa'yo, mapapaaral ka niya sa magandang eskwelahan, pero kailangan mo mag-training, kailangan mo magpatunayan yung worth mo. Kahit sino kasi nung high school, that's, I think for me, si Coach Ramil kasi yung tipong hindi siya magpa-promise sa'yo. You really have to work yourself to be mapatunayan na deserve mong mag-aral sa Lasal. And si Coach Ramil din kasi yung tipong for him, pagdating mo sa team niya, you really have to work hard. You really have to prove yourself. And I think that what makes each one of us such a hard worker, outside and inside of the court. Kasi that is the kind of mentality that Coach Ramil has. And I think until now, at kita naman he adapts. Dati talaga mas stricto siya. Pero
Walang
ngayon,
appear, no? Walang appear.
wala. Wala talaga sa strict niya. And ngayon, I think he adapted. This new batch of players, I think nag-adapt na rin siya. And that what makes him great. Na kahit anong player ang bigay mo sa kanya, kaya niyang pagalingin kasi he can adapt.
Right. Now, that's great insight coming from a former player like you, really giving us the secret to Coach Ramil's success. And now, let's look at his next challenge, this current team, this upcoming season. Vic, why don't you kick us off
Sige.
with for a preview?
Sige. Since kakabisita lang ni Mika sa ating team. Actually, si Miggy yung una ko nakita. Kaya ako alam na nandun ka. si Miggy una ko nakita sa 8th floor. Kaya ako alam na nandun si Mika. Based from what you've seen sa team natin and for yung team natin for season 87, which will start next weekend. Tama ba? Next weekend na, no? Itong coming weekend pala, sorry. Itong coming weekend na mag-start na siya. Anong basa mo sa team? What do you see? Ano ba strengths? Ano ba yung pwedeng things to look out for as far as, I mean, for the fans? Ano yung pwedeng i-look forward to with this team natin for itong coming season?
So, when we visited kasi, yun nga, medyo nakita ko rin yung team ngayon. And I think, trusting the coach, and biased din ako syempre, I think the team is ready. You know, they have their preseason tournaments. I think we're aware naman of those preseason tournaments and we have seen them play. So, pwedeng magbago, pwedeng mag-improve or may mag-change in the lineup. But I think they are ready from what I have seen. You know, to watch out for. I think the girls are hungrier this year. I think they have their eyes on the prize. And I trust naman na coming from what happened last season, they are more focused this time around. And I think with the current lineup, I think nalabas na naman, no? I think, the girls are hopefully prepared enough. Not just physically, kasi physical medyo madali na yun but mentally as well. And emotionally coming into the season. Yes, yun.
So yeah, nabanggit mo na yung nakita mo sa training. So, as an alumna, kamusta naman yung feeling watching the games na, kasi di ba marami nagsasabi, pag nanonood ka, iba yung kaba. Kasi pag naglalaro ka, medyo more of, you can control the result. Pag nanonood ka, wala talaga eh. So, how was it like for you? How has it been for you since you ended your Lady Spikers journey?
Watching them, syempre, may kaba talaga. Mas madali talaga maglaro. Kasi, kumbaga, you just focus on the game eh. Pag may audience ka, ang dami mong naiisip din. Pero, it's always a pleasure watching the Lady Spikers, you know. And every time I see Coach Romil coaches, parang it gives sense of sa akin. Parang fulfillment din na nakikita mo yung team, ganito pa rin sila. No matter how many batches or generations have gone through, ganun pa rin sila for me. So I'm pretty excited for this coming season. Knowing, yun nga, I think they have prepared so much for this season, especially what happened the last time. So I'm very hopeful and very positive for this season for the Lady Spikers.
So last year, Mika, we fell short. We didn't reach our goals in the finals in the championship. Looking into the season, seeing what you see from the team, seeing teams like NU and UST and other these up and coming teams, what's your prediction for this season for the Lady Spikers?
So, medyo biased talaga ako. I'm sorry. Pero,
dapat
I'm always...
Dapat lang naman.
Dapat lang, Mika. Dapat lang.
Dapat lang.
Kahit siguro hindi ko nakita sila mag-training. Same lang yung answer
Champion
ko
tayo. Champion tayo.
Yun lang yung sagot. Yun lang yung sagot ng air natin.
Yeah, I felt siguro medyo... Ayun nga. I feel the same... I feel the same way nung coming into season 78 when everybody was doubting us. No, I feel the same way for these girls na probably seeing the other teams kasi when you see them, parang kompleto nila eh. And sometimes yun nga, nagbabasa din ako ng Twitter and the prediction for this season, medyo na-hurt kasi ako pag di nila nilalagay yung Lasal dun eh. Because I know what these girls have been through and minadaanan nilang training, hindi siya madali. So again, Coach Romil said na nobody trains to become second. Everybody trains for the championship. And I wholeheartedly believe that the girls have prepared enough for this season. So yeah, championship pa din.
Yeah. So for Mika, championship for DLSU in the upcoming season.
Yes.
Right? Yes. And don't worry, this is the Lasal show. We should be biased. Kung hindi, may mali sa show natin. Don't worry. So you gave the right answer.
Wala tayo dapat dito kundi champion Lasal.
All right. Brian, why don't you, for our final question, or
Okay,
request
Mika,
from Mika?
since you're here already, what is your message to the fans of the volleyball team, and also maybe a chance for you to invite them to watch the games and also watch the Quiver podcast natin. Kasi we talk about the games kung na-miss nila.
Okay, to all the De La Salle Lady Spikers or for the La Salle supporters, thank you for all this time you still support us. I think iba sa inyo ay sa season pa namin, time pa namin nagsusupport. So thank you for always being here for the Lady Spikers, and I hope we still get to see you this season supporting them no matter what the outcome of the games. I hope you still support our ladies. And then we invite you syempre to watch the games, support the Lady Spikers, cheer for the green and white.
All right. Thank you, Mika. And of course, you can catch our coverage of this coming UAP volleyball season and the Lady Spikers as they go for that championship. And we'll end up in the championship, as Mika says here. So stay tuned for that. We'll be coming up with a special predictions episode. We'll be predicting game by game, midweek, and release, and all into the build up for the weekend's season opener. So Mika, thank you so much for joining us. I know you're very busy. Thank you so much for sharing your insights, your stories, and look forward to seeing you this season, watching and supporting the team. So follow the Quiver on social media, on YouTube and Spotify. Back of Vic, Brian, Mika. Show us a Trofeo watch again for one last time for our viewers. Ayan, ganda.
Ganda. Napakaganda.
So check out Ibarra Manila on social media. Get yourself an Ibarra watch today. All right. So good luck to Lady Spikers this season. And as we always say, guys,
Animo
1, 2, 3.
Dasal.
Animo
Animo Lasal.
Animo Lasal.